I'm back with Oprah Winfrey, who's done the hard work of revisiting her own childhood to uncover the trauma that has affected who she is today and ultimately helped heal her own mind.
In a breathtaking moment that left viewers utterly stunned, Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Keanu Reeves succeeded in alarming the usually composed Oprah Winfrey. But what caused the remarkable incident in which the queen of daytime television utterly lost her composure? Before diving into the crux of the video, I want to take you to the introduction of a legendary media icon. Oprah Winfrey is one of the most influential figures in American media and culture. Born on January 29, 1954, in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, Oprah's rise from a challenging and tumultuous childhood to becoming a global icon is nothing short of extraordinary. Raised in poverty and experiencing hardship, including being a victim of abuse, Oprah's early life was filled with obstacles. Despite these struggles, she found solace and strength through education and her passion for storytelling. Oprah's career in media began in the 1970s when she worked at a local news station in Nashville, Tennessee. Her natural talent as a communicator quickly became apparent, and by 1976, she had moved to a co-anchor position at WJZ-TV in Baltimore. Her success led her to a pivotal role as the host of People Are Talking, a local talk show. In 1984, Oprah made a move to Chicago, where she took over AM Chicago, a low-rated morning show. Within months, the show surged in popularity, and in 1986, it was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show. For a quarter of a century, The Oprah Winfrey Show was a fundamental part of American television. The program, which aired from 1986 to 2011, captivated millions of viewers across the globe. Oprah's approach to interviewing, empathetic, perceptive, and at times remarkably frank, enabled her to establish a profound emotional connection with her guests and the audience. Her guests encompassed everyone from ordinary individuals to world leaders, celebrities, and writers. She addressed a wide array of subjects, including personal challenges, societal issues, and cultural trends. She is not just a media mogul. She is a symbol of empowerment, success, and resilience. Oprah's story continues to inspire millions, and her influence on both the entertainment industry and society at large is immeasurable. What actually happened there on the set that made such a resilient lady fizzle out? Let's move ahead together. Known for her graceful interviews, Oprah Winfrey is a TV legend who can handle any guest. The day started like any other. Oprah, poised and professional, welcomed three of Hollywood's most beloved stars onto her set: Brad Pitt, the charming and dashing actor; Jason Momoa, the powerful and rugged force of nature; and Keanu Reeves, the quiet and introspective icon. Their chemistry was undeniable, and Oprah, as always, took control of the conversation. Each of these men is a massive star, known for their on-screen charisma, talent, and larger-than-life personalities. But that day, they weren't just here to chat about their latest projects. They were here to take Oprah by surprise. Oprah is recognized for her knack for understanding people, putting them at ease, and guiding even the most serious discussions. However, on this occasion, something felt off. The conversation began rather typically with the usual small talk. Initially, it appeared to be a standard interview. They talked about their films, their love for acting, and their private lives. Yet, behind the scenes, a quiet tension was escalating, something that even Oprah couldn't overlook. Brad Pitt, celebrated for his humor, made a joke about his recent movie role that drew laughter from the crowd. Then Jason Momoa, with his characteristic playfulness, raised the stakes. As the dialogue intensified, an unsettling atmosphere began to emerge. Jason Momoa made a seemingly innocuous joke at first. However, Brad Pitt chimed in with a comment that left Oprah feeling perplexed. Shortly after, Keanu Reeves added a peculiar, enigmatic statement, leading to a significant shift in the tone of the conversation. Jason casually remarked on the darker aspects of fame, pointing out that Hollywood can often feel isolating, regardless of the number of people around you. He delivered this with a smile, yet there was a sharper undertone. Oprah, sensing that there was more beneath the surface, leaned in for further details. Then, Keanu Reeves spoke, his calm demeanor adding an unexpected weight to the conversation. He spoke about the isolation he'd felt throughout his career, about the pressure of being in the public eye, and the toll it can take on your soul. His voice was usually so quiet, and it seemed to resonate in the studio. Oprah, who had seen and heard it all in her career, was visibly affected by what Keanu said. She had always seen Hollywood as a glamorous place, but the raw honesty of his words struck a chord with her. She had spent so much of her life helping others, hearing their stories of struggle and resilience. But this was different. This wasn't just about fame. It was about real, deep, human pain. Oprah, usually the one in control of the room, suddenly seemed unsettled. She was caught off guard, unsure how to respond to the unexpected tension. It was as though these three megastars had a secret they weren't willing to share, and Oprah couldn't shake the feeling that something bigger was at play. And then, the unexpected happened. Oprah, who had always been the anchor of her show, suddenly found herself overwhelmed. The words of Brad, Jason, and Keanu had opened a door to something she hadn't expected. The empathy she had for their struggles, the recognition of her own challenges as a public figure, hit her all at once. Then, it happened. The final bombshell that no one saw coming. Oprah, the woman who has witnessed countless emotional moments on her show, suddenly found herself on the verge of tears. Was it the overwhelming personalities of her guests? Or had they touched on something too personal, too deep? For the first time in years, Oprah broke down completely. The world watched in disbelief as the iconic talk show host struggled to maintain her composure, her face a mixture of confusion and raw emotion. What was happening in that studio? Why did these Hollywood stars have such an impact on her? At that moment, Oprah's composure broke. The woman who had interviewed presidents, celebrities, and world leaders, who had navigated every difficult topic imaginable, was now a guest in her own show, and the vulnerability of her guests had unearthed something deep within her. Brad Pitt tried to cover up by saying, "Hey Oprah, we didn't mean to. I think we just needed to say it. It's okay to feel this way." It wasn't just the words that had done it. It was the raw emotion in the room. These three powerful men who had built their careers on strength had revealed their own inner battles, and Oprah, ever the empathy, could not hold back the emotion of the moment. Behind the scenes, Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Keanu Reeves were visibly concerned for Oprah, offering their apologies and support. They hadn't meant to cause her distress, but the chemistry in that room had created an unexplainable tension. The cameras switched to a short commercial break, but backstage, the atmosphere was heavy. Oprah, Brad, Jason, and Keanu took a moment together, contemplating the vulnerability they had all revealed. Oprah, typically so resilient, had undergone an emotional revelation, recognizing that even she, a woman who has supported others for many years, experienced her own challenging moments. Following the encounter, Oprah contemplated the experience, stating that while the jokes from the stars had surprised her, it was the unexpected change in their demeanor that unsettled her. The trio of men, famous for embodying strong, enigmatic, and unpredictable characters in Hollywood, left Oprah questioning not only their comments, but also their underlying motives. She was sitting down for a personal reflection. She speaks to the camera, now calm, but still visibly moved. Oprah started like this. "You know, we all have our stories. We all have our burdens. Sometimes we forget that fame doesn't shield us from the same struggles that anyone else goes through. It's easy to forget that even the brightest stars can feel lost too. What happened today wasn't just a conversation. It was a reminder that we're all human, and that's the most important thing." Brad, Jason, and Keanu left the studio, with Oprah sitting quietly, reflecting on the experience. What happened that day is still shrouded in mystery. Some say it was just a playful moment. Others believe there was more to the encounter than met the eye. One thing is for sure: Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Keanu Reeves left Oprah Winfrey shaken in a way no one thought possible. What happened on that set changed Oprah forever. It reminded her, and us, that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Keanu Reeves had come in as guests, but by the end, they had helped Oprah confront a deeper truth about herself, her career, and the human experience. An emotional moment was witnessed, with the camera zooming out from Oprah's tear-filled eyes, her makeup slightly smeared. She took a deep breath, trying to regain composure. The studio went quiet, and the audience felt the shift in energy. After that unexpected emotional outpouring, the studio remained eerily still. The cameras had cut to a commercial break, and the lively atmosphere Oprah was known for had turned into something more intimate. Her crew, who were accustomed to seeing her in total control, whispered quietly amongst themselves, unsure of how to handle the delicate situation unfolding in front of them. Attention shifted to the backstage area, where Oprah sat in a private room with crew members checking in on her. She was surrounded by familiar faces, but the gravity of what just happened hadn't fully settled. Backstage, Oprah was in a daze. Her usual calm, composed self was now replaced by an emotional vulnerability she rarely showed to the public. She couldn't believe how deeply the words of her guests had affected her. Jason Momoa's raw honesty, Brad Pitt's humor, hiding a quiet sadness, and Keanu Reeves's deeply introspective thoughts about fame and isolation, all combined in a way that left her reeling. Oprah rose and strolled gradually to the window, peering outside as if seeking some understanding. The outside world was calm, but within her, she was facing something far more significant. Oprah settled in with her longtime executive producer and several trusted crew members. They gathered around a modest table where the mood was both serious and compassionate. Taking a deep breath, Oprah began to speak, clearly working through what had just occurred. She said, "I can't explain it. I've been through so much in my life, seen so much pain, so many hardships. But hearing them talk about their own struggles with fame, their inner battles, something shifted in me today. Maybe I've been so focused on helping others, I've forgotten that I'm human too." The executive producer reassured her with gentle words, making her feel at ease. "Oprah, we all have those moments. You've always been the one who holds space for others. But today, you let them hold space for you." The producer pauses, offering her a kind look. Executive producer added, "That's what makes you who you are. It's your humanity that connects you to people. You didn't just help them. You showed us all how to be vulnerable, how to admit that we have our own burdens. And that's why we love you." At that moment, Oprah started to realize that what she had just gone through was more than a breakdown. It was a breakthrough. By being open in front of her guests and audience, she revealed to the world an aspect of herself that she hadn't completely recognized. Her guests were not the only ones providing healing. They had offered her a chance to heal as well. As Oprah returned to the studio, her makeup was refreshed, but her eyes still shone with emotion. Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Keanu Reeves came back to the set, all cognizant of the emotional change that had taken place. Oprah understood that she could not return to the set without acknowledging the vulnerability that had been exposed. Her guests, who were also clearly impacted by the depth of the discussion, approached her with genuine care and concern. Oprah rose to greet them, and there was a brief moment of silence among them. Then, she spoke gently. Oprah replied, "Thank you. I don't think I've ever felt so open, so exposed, on my own show. But I needed that. You all opened something inside of me that I wasn't ready to face." Jason Momoa, with his characteristic warmth, placed a hand on Oprah's shoulder. Jason Momoa said, "Oprah, you've always been the one who has people's backs. We just wanted to show you that it's okay to lean on others too." Brad Pitt tried to console the lady. "We didn't mean to make you cry, Oprah, but we knew that you would understand. Sometimes it takes a little raw honesty to open up about things we usually hide, and you've always been the one to make us feel safe enough to do that." Keanu Reeves, in his quiet and contemplative way, added, "We're all in this together. No one is invincible. The truth is, we all carry more than we show the world, and that's what makes us stronger." In that quiet, powerful moment, Oprah realized that this wasn't just about her. It was about everyone who watched the show, everyone who had ever felt like they were alone in their struggles. Her guests, as big and powerful as they were, had shown their humanity, and in doing so, had helped Oprah reconnect with her own. The cameras were back on, and the studio audience was waiting, expectantly. Oprah addressed the camera and got ready to continue the interview. When Oprah returned to the set, the mood was noticeably different. She wasn't just the host anymore. She was a participant in the conversation. Vulnerable, open, and real. And that's exactly what she shared with her viewers. Oprah spoke directly to the camera. "I want to thank all of you for being so patient with me today. You know, we talk about vulnerability a lot on this show, but sometimes it takes a moment like this to remind us how powerful it can be. Brad, Jason, and Keanu reminded me that even those who seem the strongest, those who we admire the most, carry their own pain and burdens. And it's okay to admit that. The camera panned across the audience. Many were visibly moved by Oprah's message. In that instance, Oprah transcended her role as a talk show host, embodying the experiences of countless viewers who, like her, had confronted their own struggles and low points. Rather than shying away from these challenges, she chose to embrace them. The dialogue went on, but a shift had occurred. It was no longer solely about promoting films or discussing the entertainment industry. It had evolved into a conversation about our shared humanity. That essence had always been at the heart of Oprah's show: the strength of connections, the healing nature of empathy, and the necessity of confronting our own realities. What transpired that day on the set of Oprah wasn't merely a fleeting moment. It marked a significant turning point in her career. Having dedicated years to assisting others in dealing with their pain, she had come to realize something about herself. Even the most resilient among us must be open, rely on others, and acknowledge our own challenges. Her guests, Brad, Jason, and Keanu, bestowed upon her the most valuable gift of all: a reminder that we are all in this together. And that was the true lesson she imparted to the world that day. Though Oprah Winfrey is a cherished figure who has greatly influenced media and culture, like any public figure, she has encountered her share of controversies and scandals. In 1996, Oprah became embroiled in a significant controversy following an episode of The Oprah Winfrey Show that addressed the perils of mad cow disease. During that broadcast, Oprah infamously declared that she would never eat another burger after uncovering the disease's potential threats to humans. The beef industry was displeased with her remarks. A cattle rancher from Texas, in particular, filed a defamation lawsuit against Oprah, asserting that her statements resulted in a drop in beef sales. Oprah famously prevailed in the case, with the judge determining that her comments were safeguarded as free speech. This incident underscored Oprah's ability to sway public opinion and the hazards celebrities encounter when they make bold public statements. The lawsuit did not damage her career, but it illustrated that even Oprah could clash with influential industries. In 2006, Oprah publicly endorsed James Frey's memoir, A Million Little Pieces, a book she heavily marketed on her show. However, it was later exposed that Frey had fabricated significant portions of the book, which he had claimed was a genuine account of his struggles with addiction. Oprah faced backlash for not scrutinizing the book more thoroughly before recommending it. After the scandal emerged, Oprah invited Frey back onto her show for a tense interview, during which she confronted him about the deceptions. Although Oprah initially supported Frey, she subsequently expressed feeling betrayed. The scandal momentarily tarnished her reputation as a book critic, but also demonstrated her readiness to hold herself and others accountable. She later became more discerning in her book endorsements. In 2005, Oprah famously featured actor Tom Cruise on her show, during which he enthusiastically leaped on her couch to express his affection for then-girlfriend Katie Holmes. This peculiar moment was widely ridiculed in the media and became a viral sensation in pop culture. While Oprah appeared to find humor in the spectacle, the episode marked a turning point in Cruise's career, which suffered as he was labeled eccentric and unstable. Critics held Oprah responsible for facilitating the odd behavior, although she defended Cruise, asserting that the moment merely reflected his enthusiasm. Although the incident did not directly affect Oprah, it placed her show under examination for presenting a rather unusual and contentious moment. Some viewers questioned her impartiality as an interviewer, yet Oprah remained steadfast in her position. In 2013, Oprah conducted an interview with disgraced cyclist Lance Armstrong, who confessed to using performance-enhancing drugs throughout his career. This interview was a significant event for both Oprah and the unraveling of Armstrong's reputation. While many viewed the interview as a powerful opportunity for Armstrong to be honest, numerous critics believed that Oprah did not challenge him strongly enough regarding his deceptions, which had impacted many within the cycling community. Some argued that Oprah could have pressed him for further clarification or exhibited more indignation. Although Oprah's interview was widely watched and acknowledged as a crucial moment in Armstrong's decline, it also prompted some to question her style of questioning, with others feeling she was too lenient with him. In 2020, Oprah's name briefly surfaced in a controversy when a report indicated that a security guard at her home in Montecito, California, allegedly asked a guest if they belonged there, leading the guest to feel racially profiled. The security guard, working for Oprah's team as a contractor, was subsequently terminated, and Oprah publicly articulated her disheartenment, stating that such conduct was not reflective of her values. While this incident did not escalate into a major scandal, it nevertheless raised concerns regarding Oprah's accountability in supervising her staff and the interplay of race and class in her personal life. Oprah reacted promptly to resolve the matter, but it was an unusual instance where her reputation faced scrutiny on a racial issue. It also highlighted the difficulties of managing expansive properties and the obligations that celebrities have within their private lives. In the wake of Hurricane Katrina in 2005, Oprah participated in media coverage but was criticized for an apparent lack of urgency in her response. While her broadcast was empathetic and emotional, some critics contended that her emphasis on personal narratives overshadowed the systemic failures that contributed to the crisis. Oprah faced backlash for not leveraging her platform to hold the government or emergency services accountable for their sluggish response to the hurricane. This led some to question whether Oprah's fame and influence could have been better utilized to highlight the broader issues at play. Oprah remained a vocal supporter of those affected by the disaster. However, this incident sparked a debate regarding the role of celebrities in addressing public emergencies and whether they carry a responsibility to be more than just emotional commentators. Over time, Oprah's struggles with her weight have been a point of public interest and criticism. She infamously battled her weight throughout her career, even incorporating it as a theme on her talk show. Oprah faced harsh criticism from both the media and the public about her fluctuating weight, with some accusing her of promoting unrealistic body standards. She was especially mocked during her famous 1988 appearance, where she drove her weight loss struggles home by wheeling out a cart full of fat, representing her weight loss at the time. Although Oprah utilized her challenges to engage with her audience and encourage self-love and acceptance, the incessant media scrutiny regarding her appearance sparked ongoing debates about beauty ideals and personal self-image. She has emerged as a vocal advocate for health, fitness, and mental well-being, which has drawn attention to her collaboration with Weight Watchers. While Oprah Winfrey's controversies may have led to temporary debates or public criticism, they are also integral to her broader story as a powerful yet relatable figure. Her capacity to endure criticism, learn from her errors, and overcome obstacles contributes to what makes her an extraordinary icon. Despite facing occasional controversies, her legacy as a media leader, philanthropist, and proponent of personal development remains strong. In the end, what happened between Oprah, Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Keanu Reeves was not just a powerful moment of raw emotion. It was a testament to the power of vulnerability, empathy, and connection. What do you think? Did this powerful experience change the way we see these iconic stars? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories.